Welcome, my friends. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an AI-powered tool known as Pictory. Pictory has been around for a considerable amount of time now, but it's amazing that a lot of folks still don't know about Pictory. And that's why I'm going to be showing you today how to convert your ideas, your brain power using AI into compelling video. So welcome once again, my friends. Let's talk a little bit about what Pictory can actually do for you and what it is. Today, we're going to talk about Pictory, an AI-powered video creation tool that helps you automate the entire process from script writing to editing and final export. And the aim of the webinar today is to show you how Pictory works, to explain the value AI can bring to video creation, and to demonstrate how you can use these tools to create engaging and value-driven content. I remember once upon a time, I would hire people to do what Pictory does for me today, and it would take a long time. The turnaround to get the videos, to get the script writer, to get the editor, to do everything that needed to be done, it would take so long. But now with the power of AI, you can get this done in minutes. And using Pictory is just crazy because Pictory amps up the efforts. It finds videos that help you exemplify whatever you're trying to teach or describe, and it makes it vivid and compelling. So without much ado, my friends, let's jump straight into the power of Pictory. To get to Pictory, I first of all want to disclose I am an affiliate of Pictory, and I put a link in the chat. Let me show that on the screen for a second. Go to pictory.ai and just follow that link, and it will take you to where you can sign up for Pictory. So again, I am a proud affiliate. I only put my name behind what I believe in, and I truly believe in what Pictory has to offer. I have had discussions with their leadership. I know what they are about, and I highly recommend Pictory. So why don't we go ahead and jump straight into what Pictory looks like. So when you get into Pictory, this is what you're going to see. Let's go ahead and let's begin the adventure for my friends on Instagram. I didn't forget you. Let's get Instagram rolling as well. All right, so when you jump into Pictory, this is what you're going to see. I'm going to share my screen here. Boom, straight into Pictory. And following the link that I sent you in the chat, let me do that again. Send the link. Pictory.ai. One more time. Okay, or you can just put Praizion in as the code. So when you finally get into Pictory and you're logged in, you're gonna be met with this screen that I'm showing you here. Let's make it a bit bigger. This screen right here. So when you get into this screen, you've got options. You've got text to video, URL to video, AI video editor, images to video, and PowerPoint to video. Now, we're not going to cover all of these today, but I'm going to show you a few of the easy ones, the low-hanging fruit. So let's click on text to video, and let's call the video decision making. Let's say I wanted to create a video as a leader. I wanted to teach my people how to make decisions, or I wanted to free people's minds up as they're making decisions so they have a framework, a method to doing it. I would start off with decision making can be a very challenging endeavor. There is a 6-step framework for doing this. I call this the Dixive model. Define the decision. Identify the why behind it. Generate possible outcomes. Choose the best outcome. Implement the decision and verify it was good and tweak accordingly. Boom. So I have an outline for my video. While this isn't a bad outline, I can put more meat on the bone. And those of you AI aficionados out there, you already know how to do this, right? That's a typo. Not that AI would care, it would understand the context. But what I'm going to do next is use another AI tool to take this information and to blow it out to give a more robust video. So to do that, I would go over to ChatGPT. Everyone uses ChatGPT these days, even kids, right? So I'm going to give it a prompt and I'm going to say, I want you to blow this out using my framework to create a compelling tutorial on decision making. Now, watch what I'm going to do after this, because it's given me a how to do it, right? And I'm going to tell it, no, I don't want you just to give me an outline. I want you to write it in a narrative format. So you got to steer AI the way you want. So I'll say, this is great, but I want this written like a mini book in narrative format. Also include some great quotes on the topic. It knows the topic. So you can see I am refining how AI gives me the output by telling it how I want it to carve this outline. I don't want it to just be bullet points. I want it in a narrative format. Now that this is done, and by the way, this is just the vanilla flavored free, by the way, version of GPT. So I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to go back to Pictory right here. Now I'm going to replace all that I had in there with the new, more robust outline. I'm going to take this and this is going to become the title. Okay. And all you need to do at this point is hit proceed. It's that simple. So 2 steps. Number 1, have an idea of what you're going to discuss, what you want to show in the video. Number 2, take that and use the power of AI to blow it out. Step 3, drop it into Pictory and hit proceed. We're going to hit proceed and we're going to allow this to marinate. You can see it is searching for visuals. The really cool thing about Pictory is it has access to a ton. When I say a ton, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of video snippets. And what Pictory does that is so impressive is it takes your text and it finds imagery, video that will match what you're talking about. That's the power of Pictory. I have used a lot of tools, and I can tell you AI tools that are out there are not, in my mind, as great as Pictory is. Because Pictory is a tool that takes your ideas and very accurately matches the video. I mean, it's not giving you some video that is so far out, so unrelated. No, it is so in line with what you're trying to teach, what you're trying to convey. And I mean, you can use this whether you're trying, I've done this for teaching leadership, teaching management, teaching even music. It understands the context of what you are talking about, and it introduces very compelling video. So, the idea, my friends, that I want you to take away is you have a story and you have a message. You can harness the power of AI to convey your message. And there's a huge synergy between AI and video creation. And artificial intelligence is changing the way we approach video. You might have seen clips from Sora or Runway AI. I have used output from Runway AI in Pictory to further expand on what I'm trying to do. So there's a lot of synergy these days between video creation and AI. So as I've shown you, imagine having AI write scripts based on your input as I've demonstrated. Take the output, after fleshing it out nicely, putting it into a tool that does all the legwork, all the running around that the video editors used to do, curating the videos, curating the B-roll, all that stuff. That's the power of Pictory. Pictory does all of that for you today. Okay. So as we continue to walk through the demonstration, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat and I will answer accordingly. All right, so here we have it. It's done all the curation and it's found some videos that go with the different pieces of my tutorial. Now, what I like about Pictory is it takes the content and breaks it down based on your preference into sentence. So sentence by sentence, or you could say, I want a video for every paragraph or for every line or for every period or for whatever you want. And it will build based on that. So at the end of the day, over here we have 64 video clips generated from what I got out of GPT, which was, again, based on my initial prompt. See? And there you have it. By the way, this is a free version of Pictory that I'm using. So this you can just go in there and begin to explore the power of Pictory for free right now. Okay, and I encourage you to do that. If you haven't logged into Pictory and you're not following along as I'm doing it, I want you to. Okay, so let's see if I can put that link in the chat again. If you didn't catch it, I'll just show it on the screen. Let's put that on the screen again. All right. So Pictory.ai question mark ref is Praizion. Okay. All free. Now, there's of course better firepower when you get a paid version of Pictory. But for now, all you need to do is follow that link that I put in the chat. Okay. All right. So the next step after you have gotten all the video in here is to decide the audio. So you go over to audio, click on the left over here, and you've got two parameters. You got the background music and you got the voiceover. The voiceover allows you to choose which voice will read the script. And Pictory partnered with the cream of the crop with 11 labs. I mean, 11 labs, when you talk about realistic voiceovers, it's 11 labs. And Pictory have partnered with 11 labs to bring you the best of the best. Check this one out. This is Adam, the deep narration voiceover.
Allow the world to live as it chooses, and allow yourself to live as you choose.
Isn't that a compelling male voiceover? Let's check Abby, the female voiceover.
The only thing to do with good advice is to pass it on. It is never of any use to oneself.
And then you can choose the accent. So if you want an English UK accent.
We have committed the golden rule to memory.
Or a female,
Ideas
voiceover,
are the beginning points of all fortunes.
and so on and so forth. You've got quite a number of options here. So let's go for English Indian accent here.
Welcome to Pictory. Did you know that video increase?
So that's one, and you've got others.
Welcome to Pictory. Did you?
Welcome to Pictory. It has been shown that video increase.
So the sky's the limit, my friends. You got Australian accents, New Zealand, South African.
Welcome to Pictory. It is being shown that.
So you can choose whichever voice you want, is what I'm trying to show you. The options are endless. Let's go for one of my favorites, something on the calm side.
Logic will get you from
Lovell, trust a few, do wrong. The world is round.
Okay, so let's use Daniel. Let's go ahead and generate and apply. So you click generate and apply. Oh, low on quota. So this is a reminder that those 11 Labs voices, I don't have enough quota on my free account. Now, if I was using my paid account, I would be able to do that. You could top up if you wanted to, or use a standard voice. So let's go ahead and use a standard voice. Here are the standard voices, and there's some good standard voices as well. So here are a few.
A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds.
So I'm going to go ahead and use Harrison. Let's generate and apply. Oh, that doesn't seem to be a standard voice. Let's see. Let's look for the standard voices only. Let's see.
Welcome to Pictory. It has been.
All right, let's try this one. So I think when it says apply, then you know that it's one of the standard ones. So generate and apply will definitely take a lot longer because those are the paid voices. So let's give it some time. It usually shows you the percentage. So right over here, we can see Ava, that spinning wheel is showing you that it's taken its time to generate the audio. While that's going on, another choice you need to make is on the background music. So let's go to background music over here. In the background music, you can search for keywords. So I could say calm, for example, and gives me some options. So when you find background music you like, again, you hit apply. This doesn't generate because it's obviously not based on the text. So it's applied quite quickly. But then you need to go over here to this volume button. And when the voiceover is fully rendered, you'll be able to balance the volume of the background music and the volume of the voiceover. Whenever you see this spinning, means that the voiceover is still rendering. It's still rendering there. Oh, the voiceover is applied now. Okay, so what we could do is listen to one of the scenes. So let's balance it out first. Let's balance the volume. So you got voiceover volume. We got to increase this. I think my computer is trying to think because I've got so many windows open at the same time. All right. All right, so I normally go with about 80 to 10, something like that. And once that is balanced out and you are happy with all of the video clips, you can go ahead and just hit download. But there are other parameters to be aware of, like the text on the screen. If you felt that that was too large and you wanted to reduce it, you can click on that. It's giving me some tips, being this is the first time on this account I'm going in. But you can click on this and you can adjust the size of the text. So if I wanted to make it 20 instead of 24, I could do that. And I could apply what I've done to all the other slides so that all the other slides are all 20 in terms of font size. Just like that. And once I'm pleased with the output, I could go ahead and render it. So I'm going to go with what is here. There's many more parameters that I haven't shown you. For example, you've got styles, ready styles that you could apply. So if I click on any of these, the text would change to this style, like through all the slides. You can also change the text. You also have the opportunity to apply branding, which would be a logo and certain colors, a color scheme to all the videos you create from here on out. And then you have elements you could add to the screen. Well, we won't go into all those today. For now, we'll just go ahead and render this video, and then we'll play the video and listen back to it. But remember, this is a free version of Pictory. The paid version, you'll be able to use all of those superior voices. So let's go ahead and click download. And yeah, it's going to download the video that we just created. And it shows you as it goes through the rendering process how far along it is. Okay, so the power of Pictory. So you might be asking, well, what am I going to do with all of this stuff that I'm creating? You can do a lot with it. You can actually start off your own YouTube channel, because there are a lot of people who want to start a YouTube channel and they don't know how to create the content. Pictory will enable you take a script, take an idea, and create content. And you don't even have to put your voice on it. A lot of folks, they're like, you know, Phil, I'm a bit shy. I don't want to put my voice on it. I don't want to put my name out there. Well, there are a lot of people that are making a killing with faceless channels. And if you have great ideas, you're a good writer, you're good at conceptualization, Pictory might be your way of getting your YouTube channel. A lot of you who are certified through my programs in project management or leadership, you know, I'm always telling you, start a channel. This is how you can do it, even without a word from your mouth. But the power of Pictory, if you got a great idea and you harness the power of GPT to create content, sky's the limit. So we're going to allow this to get towards almost 50%. And at that point, I'm going to hit run in background, and then I'll be free to move away from this page and show you other things in the world of AI. And when that's rendered, I'll come back in and show you what we just created. But again, talking about how you can leverage AI for your betterment. AI, in my mind, is a free ticket to success in any area in terms of creating content for that area. All you need is the concept. What do I want to talk about? You know, I'm not sure if any of you would be willing to send me an idea so that I can run through the idea with you right here. If you're so inclined, my friends on Instagram as well, you can chat in if you've got an idea that you want me to demonstrate for you how to drive from start to finish. We can actually work on it right now. I'll show you how to write the script. I'll show you how to generate information and even images. You know, one of the things I could have shown you was how you can create additional images for Pictory that are very customized. I'm talking about images, not necessarily video, because you can take the images and bring them into Pictory. So let's click run in background for now. It's going to run this in the background, and when it is done, I'm going to get a notification, and then we'll be able to download it. And this is one of the powers of Pictory, being able to generate this in the background and to actually see, it says video generation in progress. So it's doing all that, and I can move away from here. I can go somewhere else. So is anyone not camera shy or bold enough to send me an idea, a concept that you would like me to demonstrate, at least how to write that script? Any takers? I don't see any takers. Everyone's like either busy on a Saturday afternoon, as you should be, having fun, but some of you are looking for how to amp up AI. All right, let me give you an example if we don't have anyone that has an idea to chat in. And let me go to LinkedIn and see if I've gotten any chats there. Any chats in LinkedIn? No chats. Okay, everyone's been camera shy. Well, let's see what's a fun topic that we can put in here. Let's take a topic of the power of nature, nature as therapy. Simple concept. You see how I just came out with that? Thought of something, nature as therapy. I'm going to show you how to create a video. This time I'm going to use my paid account. So we know that this is generating in the background, right? Showing the progress. So it says generating scene 44, 43. So it starts off counting down. I think they're about 60. It's going to be done soon. But let's take nature as therapy. Let's take that idea. So I want to talk. Don't worry about the typos. I want to talk about nature. Let's make it bigger. Nature as therapy. Let's give it some ideas. Flowers, plants, animals, insects, water, light. And then you can make it very specific. You can say, make it a happy, uplifting reminder that we should appreciate and harness the power of nature as therapy. Now watch this. I'm going to give it a case study. Use a case study of Jack, a frustrated employee at a car shop who uses nature as an escape. Make this robust and write in a narrational style. Use the power of quotes. So I'm not coming to AI empty-handed. I want you to understand what is going on here. I've got an idea. I approach AI with that idea. I give it enough information for a robust enough prompt, and I guide it. And I do this in iterations. This is not just a one-time thing. I am going to come back and reiterate and chisel and make changes as I need to. And there you have it. You see, this is why I say GPT and Pictory, they're like partners. They go like hand in hand because it's writing in the way I need it to for Pictory. See. So I like what it's done, and I'm going to critique it. I'm going to say, this is great, but I need a robust, agnostic, non-story breakdown of nature from the lens I described, insects, etc. Do that and then get into the story. And boom, it got the memo. It understands what I'm trying to do. And there is the preamble, and boom, it gets into the story. And it gets into the story in a different way, which is, what I like about using AI. It never does what you ask exactly the same way. Now, imagine taking this same prompt, because I don't just want to focus on the fun. Pictory is the fun. Oh, it's done. It's done. It's generated it. And I'm going to play it for you. But, Pictory is the fun. But I don't just want to focus on the fun. I want to show you the technicalities before the fun. So let's take this quote, or this prompt rather, that we had just given it, and let's go into a different tool. Let's go into Gemini, gemini.google.com. Same prompt, boom. And there you have a totally different story. And you can mix and match. You can look at the value of each. And, just with a cursory overview, I like what I got from both. I think both have got an interesting take, right? But hold on to that thought, because we got to go back to our unfinished business. Now, our first video has been fully rendered. Let's click on that. And it opens up this page that says download. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Download. All right. And you can see up there, it shows you the progress. It's done. That was a very, very quick download. Now, let me play for you what our adventure has yielded. Let's go to our video file. You're going to hear it being played in a few moments. You're going to hear the audio. You're going to see the video. And just remember, this is the unpaid version. Imagine what the paid version would be like.
Wrestling cafe, Mia sat across from her friend Alex, wrestling with a life-changing decision. What if I choose the wrong path? She sighed, stirring her coffee absent-mindedly. Decisions, both big and small, shape our lives in profound ways. The process can feel overwhelming, yet it holds the potential for growth and discovery. Remember, Alex said, quoting the great philosopher Aristotle, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. This idea struck Mia. Perhaps embracing uncertainty could lead her to clarity. Chapter 1. The nature of decision-making. Decision-making is an intricate dance between intuition and logic. It's the art of weighing options, where each choice leads us down different paths. From mundane daily decisions, what to eat for breakfast, to monumental life changes like career shifts, the choices we make are reflections of our values and aspirations. In the words of author and entrepreneur Tony Robbins, it is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Every choice holds the power to influence our future, making the process worthy of careful consideration. Chapter 2. The decision-making process. Mia realized that a structured approach could ease her anxiety. She began by identifying the decision she faced. Should she pursue a new job opportunity or stay in her current role? Step 1. Identify the decision. Mia wrote down her thoughts, clarifying her goals and motivations. She recalled a piece of advice from psychologist Daniel Kahneman: nothing is more important than a good decision. Step 2. Gather information. Next, Mia researched the new company. She spoke with current employees, read reviews, and considered her own feelings about her current job. Knowledge is power, she reminded herself. Step 3. Identify alternatives with options in mind. Mia created a mind map, listing pros and cons of both choices. The visual representation helped her see the bigger picture, illuminating paths she hadn't initially considered. Step 4. Weigh the evidence. Mia employed a decision matrix, rating each option based on factors like job satisfaction, salary, and growth potential. As she plotted her scores, she recalled Benjamin Franklin's wisdom: a man without decision may eventually become a man without a destiny. Step 5. Choose among alternatives. After careful consideration, Mia felt a pull towards the new opportunity. It excited her and aligned with her long-term goals. Yet, she hesitated, grappling with fear of the unknown. Step 6. Take action. Don't let fear stop you, Alex reminded her, echoing a quote from motivational speaker Les Brown: shoot for the moon. Even if you miss it, you'll land among the stars. Armed with a newfound sense of determination, Mia crafted her resignation letter. Step 7. Review the decision. Months later, Mia reflected on her choice. Was it the right decision? She had grown in ways she never anticipated, and her fears had faded. As Kahneman suggested, a good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Chapter 3. Tools and Techniques. Mia realized that effective decision-making required tools to navigate complexities. She explored frameworks like SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, to evaluate her choices further. Visualization techniques helped her imagine different outcomes. She embraced the 10-10-10 rule. How would her decision impact her in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years? This strategy shifted her perspective, empowering her to act with foresight. Chapter 4. Overcoming Biases and Emotional Barriers. Mia learned that decision-making is often clouded by biases. She recognized her tendency towards confirmation bias, favoring information that confirmed her existing beliefs. Awareness is the first step to change, she reminded herself. To combat this, she sought diverse opinions and embraced uncomfortable discussions. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, helped her center her thoughts and approach decisions with clarity. Chapter 5. Real-life applications. As Mia navigated her new role, she encountered decisions daily, from team dynamics to project management. She recalled case studies of leaders who thrived by making bold choices. Steve Jobs once said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." Mia adopted this mindset, understanding that decisive action could lead to extraordinary outcomes. Conclusion. Reflecting on her journey, Mia recognized that decision-making is not just a skill, it's a lifelong practice. Each choice she made contributed to her growth and shaped her path. As she looked back on her experiences, she embraced the uncertainty that life presents, armed with the knowledge that, as Winston Churchill stated, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Mia smiled, knowing that the art of decision-making was not about always being right but about learning and evolving through every choice.
All right, my friends, remember that over the past number of minutes, you've been watching a video that has not been edited. It's just been created by the power of Pictory, the power of Pictory, Pictory.ai. So if you're just coming to the party, my friends, I am showing you the power of Pictory. Again, I am a Pictory affiliate. I have connections with the leaders in Pictory, and I don't want you to think I'm not benefiting from what I'm showing you. I am in some way, because I'm helping an organization I believe in, right, to put their footprint across the face of the earth to help content creators. I am very passionate about content creation, very passionate about book writing. Okay, so I coach people to create content and to write books and to be the best version of themselves. So there ain't no shame in the game. I'm pushing Pictory because it helps me with my agenda to help content creators. And honestly, everyone should be a content creator. If you've been in the world of business, you've been working in organizations for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you don't have a YouTube channel and you don't have books authored, I ask you, what are you doing? You should have these things in place. So let me introduce you to this guy, Phil, me, right? You can find me on LinkedIn, connect. You can email if you're looking for a coach to help you to create content, to help you get your script written, to help you fine tune your ideas. This is the guy that can help you, okay? In addition to being a Pictory affiliate, I'm also a coach, mentor, and trainer in the world of leadership and project management. My clientele includes NASA, the US Air Force, the FBI, the US Army Corps of Engineers, and many more. I will help you. I'll help you get your dream done and out, if that is something you're interested in. Okay, so that's me. And let's move on to the next thing we're going to be talking about here, which is the script we were cooking on nature. We were cooking a script on nature, and I want to follow through on that script and show you how to land that spaceship. All right, so let me show you this one. Let's go back to where we were. We were right over here, okay? And we were taking a look at the different scripts. So we have a script that has been generated by ChatGPT, and I challenged it to do a better job, and it did. So we're going to take this and take that script, this script. Okay. Okay, this was the final one. So I think you observed the 3 iterations. I did 3 iterations of it till I was happy. Boom. Okay, so I've got that. I also have a similar but alternative script from Gemini. So I'm going to show you how you can incorporate all of these into maybe like an epic, huge epic story for Pictory to create for you. So what we would have done is we would have gone into Pictory as we did in the beginning. So this is where you start and you want to log in. When you hit login, it goes into the app on your browser. So this is the app, and this is the free version. But I'm going to go away from the free version and I'm going to show you the paid version. Let's get into some paid version fun with Pictory. Let me bring my paid version up on the screen, because free is nice, but you can only do so much with free. You got to amp things up a little bit. Okay, so let's go to the paid version. Here we go. All right, so this is the paid version of Pictory. Again, you saw the script I generated. I'm just going to plonk the script right in there. Boom. That is the script from GPT. And you might have noticed in the first video, I hadn't really done any editing. So there were places where the titles were blending in to the actual content. That could be fixed with a period. A full stop, as you would say, across the pond. Or here we would say a period. Just put a period at the end and it will know, okay, I shouldn't blend them in. And I generally don't have to put periods in, but if you're experiencing a lot of blending going from the title straight into content, you might need to use a few periods here and there, and you can always edit and redo. You can always redo it. The only thing to be aware of in the paid version is anytime you generate with premium voices, when you generate with premium voices, you are going to run into your quota being shortened every time you generate a script. So I'll say be careful, but you can always get some additional quota if you need that. Okay, so here we go. Let's get the one from Gemini, because I also want you to listen to what Gemini has done. Gemini can be a little bit Big Brother-ish sometimes, which is a bit annoying. gets all preachy on you and tells you what to do and what not to do. And I'll just say another story about Jack's world. And boom. So I have a lot of content here. I have over 8,000 words or characters, 8,000 characters. That's a lot of words nonetheless. With that done, I'm going to go ahead and hit proceed. Again, this is the paid version of Pictory. The paid version has got more firepower when it comes to the options around the voices, and more firepower when it comes to the length of video that it could create. So right now, the paid version, it could conveniently do 30 minutes of video. That's a lot. That's a lot of video. Okay. For those of you just coming, we're taking a look at the power of Pictory. I'm very passionate about converting what you know into revenues of some sort. Because, you know, everyone's using GPT, but how are you converting GPT into eyeballs, attention, right? Attention and dollars. Grant Cardone says attention, attention. That is the value that you're going to get for yourself. Attention, your videos. If you're a compelling storyteller, you can create very compelling videos, empathetic videos, moving videos. If that's you, if that's where you want to go, if that's the direction you want to go, not only will AI help you create the content, right? It not only will it take your idea, it will also teach you how to create a script, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Our friend Peter says it is great. Absolutely, Peter. I mean, who would have thought you could do this like just 5 years ago? When I was hiring people left, right, and center and having long lead times to create content. Now it is so easy. It's at the snap of a finger. And anyone who's into the world of video, you're into the world of content creation, you really should look into Pictory. It's something that you really should get. Just have it handy. And if you are extremely enthusiastic about it, you might actually have a career as a video developer, as a content developer, because what I'm showing you is just the beginning. We haven't even scratched the surface of Pictory, because Pictory can take video that you created, and I'm not even talking about AI generated video. I'm talking about video that you created, that you speaking on the screen. Pictory can take that video and it can clean it up and it can add more oomph and pizzazz to it. It's truly amazing. So whatever field you're in, whether you're a teacher or whether you are maybe even into the world of public speaking and you've got all of these speeches you've done, and to be quite honest, speeches are great, but they're amped up when you give a visual. Even the great Les Brown, I've seen Les put a lot of video behind what he's doing. This is the tool that will be a game changer for you. So over here on the screen, let's magnify it a little bit. What is it doing? It is creating the scenes, and my goodness, we generated 96 scenes. 96 scenes, but it started with a seed, with an idea. Put the idea into your AI tool of choice, GPT, Gemini, get the output, clean it up, reiterate, iterate it over and over again, and you will eventually get to a script that you're happy with. Then this is your portal right here, Pictory, Pictory. All right, so it says who uses Pictory, to give you some ideas: marketing agencies, YouTube creators, content marketers, learning and development professionals, education professionals, business professionals. A long list of people use it. Let's take a look at some of the features: text to video, script to video, image to video, add music to video, blog to video. I didn't even show you the blog to video. You can take a link, put it into Pictory, and Pictory will spit out a video. Crazy, right? And not just a video, with a voiceover. That's what makes Pictory so powerful. P for Pictory and P for powerful. So while this is cooking, my friends, those of you who are thinking of starting YouTube channels, I want to challenge you. As we're going through all this content right now, why don't you start your channel? Go to youtube.com. It's free. Start a channel. And I challenge you, create your first Pictory video. Because some of you have been thinking about doing this for a while, right? Some of you want to get out of the crazy, I'm bolted down to my desk and that's the story of my life. And the way to do it is to become a content creator. I have over 4 channels on YouTube, and I have 4 monetized channels on YouTube. So guess how I create a lot of content when I'm not carrying my camera around and filming myself doing things here, there, and everywhere? I'm using the power of AI to generate a script, to generate the voiceover and the video. All right, here we go. So nature as therapy. Let's maximize this so we're going for the kale. All right, so there you have it. 96 slides generated. But going beyond this, if I wanted to have a different style or different text or different branding, I could go to branding and I can select from any of the brands that I have out here. So I have different brands. Let's use this brand. Let's use this one. Yeah, that's fine. It's saying brand changes will be applied to all scenes. Let's go. Let's do it. Boom. And there is the brand applied. Can make it a little bit bigger so you can see. And the text looks a little bit different. If I'm not pleased with that, I can go in here to text or into styles. and I can select any of the styles I fancy. So let's say I fancy that style instead. I can click on that, and the text is more visible. So feel free to experiment with your account. Let's say I wanted the black on yellow instead. I could choose that. And if I wanted to change this to black, if it really isn't doing what I wanted it to do, I can always change the text color over here. I'll do that. And let's see. I might have this hardwired in my branding, but it takes some playing around with. If you're not getting the output you want, you may need to go into your branding and choose the brand or remove the brand, right? If you don't want a brand, say none, and then you can go back in here to your styles, and you should get what you're seeing there straight up. So let's go to the yellow again, yellow on black, and try that. Still not. Very strange. It might be because of the highlight. So maybe it's the highlight color, because there's so many variables that you need to address in Pictory. So it's the highlight color. But assuming I get what I want and I wanted to apply this to the entire set of slides, I can just do apply to all. And now everything is yellow background and black. But for now, I'm going to stick to one of my brands. Let's try this one. See if it, okay. So that's my PLI brand, and it's got the PLI theme. PLI just means Project Leadership Institute. That's another brand that I'm affiliated with. All right. So I like what I'm seeing. Assuming I wanted to include some personal pictures or imagery of mine, I could go to Visuals, and I could click on the Uploads button. So this will show uploads that I have made in Pictory prior. So let me go with this one. All I do is click it and boom, that's me. Or I can look for other imagery. So if I wanted this one instead, I can add that. I can add that. There's my mentor, John. We won't add John today. All right. And there you have it. So you can go into all of these and modify them accordingly. Okay. When you're happy with that, go into the audio. Again, find a nice background. Let's reset this to 100. You can choose audio you like. Let's listen to this. That's one of my favorites. So I like that one. Or you could just do calm, space, airy. Something in that world. Ah, that's more like it. Or this. Not that. Not that. That's nice. That's nice as well. You see, I'm like a kid in a candy store, being a music person as well. So many options. All right, let's go with Amber Nectar, and then let's go to voiceover. So this is where I get to show you the power of the paid voices, because all along I just showed you the standard ones. I really wasn't able to apply some of the higher end ones. So here's Amanda.
Sometimes it is better to lose and do the right thing than to win and do the wrong thing.
It's nice. You even have ASMR voices here, by the way. This is Brian.
We have committed the golden.
Rather deep. So I'm going to streamline this. I'm going to go with a gender, female, and I want it to be calm. Let's see. So let's go with audiobook, ASMR, meditation, narration. And here's some options.
The only thing to do with
Nope.
work while you have the light.
No,
Work while you have the light.
not bad, but a bit strong.
Never mistake motion for action.
Oh, yeah, this is like one of my favorites. I'm surprised I haven't favorited it. Yeah, there we go. Emily's definitely one of my favorites. Very calm and very even. Here's another one.
Ideas are the beginning points of all.
Nice. But I know Emily works because I've used Emily on my channel. If you've listened to some of my video on my personal channel. So let's go with that. Generate and apply. Okay. And it's showing you the progression, 0%. And I should say that these 11 labs voices, they are quite substantial. They take time to render, but when they are rendered, it is worth the wait. It's worth the wait. So this is about 22% done, which isn't bad. That's pretty quick for a few seconds. But going back again, while that's rendering, I want to speak to those of you who are thinking of having YouTube channels. I want to encourage you. What are you scared of? What are you afraid of? Why don't you have your YouTube channel? You should. It is so easy. Go straight to YouTube, youtube.com. Nowadays, it is absolutely free to broadcast your message. So what are you waiting for? What are you shy of? You know, I remember back in the day when I was just starting, I was a little bit conscious of getting on YouTube. But I realized that if I didn't, people wouldn't know what I was about. People wouldn't be able to find my message. They wouldn't, you know, it would just be by chance. So to up the ante, to increase the possibility of people finding me and people running into content, because you got to understand my story. So if you go to the @Praision channel, you'll be able to hear my story. And part of my story is that let's go ahead. We can chat later. Let's go ahead and attend to this other part of business first. So it's applied. Let's go to the button over here and 10 and all the way to about 80 something. And then you can always listen back to it. You can have a preview. So let's have a quick preview of the scene. Takes a few seconds. All right. And like I say, every
1. Studies show that interacting with greenery can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function.
So I like that. I'm going to take it down just a little bit because I want more of the music. The music is really chill, so that's good. That's the feel I'm going for. Let's listen.
One. Studies show that interacting with greenery can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function.
I like that. Okay. So now that's done. There's really not much more to it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the button. But before I hit the button, let's go ahead and reduce the span of the text. I found that when it's 90, it doesn't come out completely clean on the edges. So I'm going to move that down to about, let's do 70 something. All right, now I can be rest assured that everything fits on the screen. And I'm going to hit apply to all. Apply to all. Okay, boom. All right, spend some time going through what you've done. You can see the logo that I've put there. You can always adjust the logo, the transparency of the logo, the positioning of the logo. You can move it around and do whatever you want with it if you're working on like a corporate gig and you're doing this for a corporate client. Okay. Many of you should be out there doing this for corporate clients that can't help themselves. They have no idea how to do video, but you can look in your region, just in your state, you know, make connections and advertise. When you really get into this stuff and you're good at it, you can actually make a living out of it. You can help people who they don't want to be involved in Pictory. They don't want to do Pictory themselves. but you can do Pictory, right? You can take their message and you can make a compelling video of it, and boom, deliver it into their hands, and they'll be willing to pay for it. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead. Let's see, is there anything else? So other than that, I think I've gone through all that's on the left-hand side. Yes, I have. Okay, well, let's go ahead and hit download. And this is going to create another banger for us, because when it's done, we're going to have roughly 8 minutes of audio. No, 12 minutes of video and audio. And it's done with a professional voice, and you'll be able to watch that. And when it gets to 25, I'll be able to go into background mode and teach you some other stuff about AI. So you didn't escape. Back to the topic of why don't you have a YouTube channel? Seriously. So in my case, I didn't have a YouTube channel that had my face on it. I was, camera shy. I don't want to put my face out there. I don't want people to see me. And if you have listened to my story on the Praision channel, you realize that I went for a period of 9 months without employment. Think about that, 9 months. I didn't have Pictory back then, because I probably would have jumped into Pictory and tried to sell it, and made videos and stuff. But I had to reinvent myself, and at that time, there was no Pictory. So it was, they got to see you. They got to know. They got to put a face to the name. And I decided, okay, there's no point hiding. Let's go ahead and hit run in background. There's no point hiding. I got to come out of the closet and let people see who is behind this so-called voice teaching us leadership and management. So I'd already kind of been hibernating underground for about 2 or 3 years. I'd been putting stuff out on my voice. Some of you might have been one of my students that encountered this product, which is called the Project Management Audio Digest. So I had started creating audio materials and stuff like way back, but I hadn't put like video, like my face on the video. And went without work for 9 months and decided, no, that's it. I got to go out. I'm going to starve. I got to put my face out there. So I started my channel. And if you've also listened to my message about how I got to train in project management and leadership, you recall I made an alliance. I promised, if I can come out of this exam alive, I'm going to train everyone, teach everyone about this exam. So part of my vision and my mission is teaching people leadership, project management, communications, and now agile, right? And of course, now Pictory. So I have a goal, right? My goal is to help people find their voice and their true north. So for you who is watching right now, what is holding you back starting your channel? You have a message. You have an idea to share with the world. Don't hesitate. A wise man once said, there are a lot of people taking their greatness to the netherworld, to the grave. Don't do it. Start a channel and start making an impact, start making a difference. And Pictory can help you do that, regardless the message. I've done everything from sports videos, videos on cooking, videos on food, videos on baking cakes, videos on leadership, videos in project management. And Pictory is my tool of choice because it works like a silver bullet. It takes the script and it makes the script into a compelling visual story. And this is just the beginning. I've only shown you 1 out of the 5. Something else Pictory does for me is, let's say I've done a video and I want to amp the video up. Take the video, put the video into Pictory, and Pictory creates a transcript of that video. You can then take the transcript and spit it back into Pictory and have Pictory create compelling video so that your face and voice could be interchanged in a tool outside of Pictory, but you got 2 videos now. You got the Pictory generated video, you've got the you video of you speaking, and you can use video editing tools to appropriately cut in the right places and show the B-roll. And you got a world-class video to share with your audience. But I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. let's talk about just starting a channel. I challenge you, start a channel today. I've shown you how you can start a channel. We created a free video. Some of you were watching for 5 minutes. This next video that's about to be done here, that shows scene 96 is processed. Processing completed and now generating the video. So it's counting down. When we get done with this video, you are going to see how you can create professional, compelling video for your channel. You should start your channel today. Seriously. There is so much that you would gain from starting a channel. For me, beyond the value and the benefits and the money, which I'll tell you, it does help you with that, it's really putting your message and your thoughts and your ideas out there and helping people, helping an audience with your message, with your voice, whatever that is. But imagine if you are able to create compelling videos. And I've seen so many of the videos, and I know, yeah, that's Pictory. I've seen so many of them on YouTube. In pop culture today, there's a particular topic which will remain nameless that is very big in the news. And honestly, I see so many videos on YouTube that I know were created with Pictory. And I just smile. I'm like, yeah, Pictory power. So join the Pictory bandwagon. For those of you just coming, if you're asking what tool am I showing, it's Pictory, right? Go on down to that link that I've put in the chat for the third or fourth time. Those of you on Instagram, I should probably put that in there again for you. So I apologize if you were looking for the link and you did not know where to get it, because we have friends watching on 5 different platforms right now. Let's go ahead. Instagram friends, there you have it. There's the link. And yeah, join the Pictory bandwagon and benefit wildly from Pictory. So we can see the countdown is happening. And then with the longer files, it takes a little bit more time for it to render the video. But now's a great place for any questions. If you've got questions or you want me to walk through anything with you, maybe you're already a Pictory user and you're wondering, how would he do that in Pictory? Perhaps I can give you some ideas. Let's go to the login again, because I want to walk through some of the possibilities in Pictory while this cooks. Yeah, it's cooking. All right. So over here in Pictory, we've already done text to video. You can also do URL to video. You can get a URL from anywhere. See if I can find a URL to demo this for you. Let's see. I got to go back into my history to find something for you. So I'm going to go to our website, the Praizion website, and I'm going to use a link from here. Let's put a link in here. Put a link in here. So URL to video. I'm just going to drop this link, which is from our website. And I'm going to hit generate video. And you're going to see more Pictory magic while video is generating. But you can start off with a blog, a link from a blog, and you can put that into Pictory. It could be about anything. But what it's going to do is harness the power of AI to create a script based on a link. And it could be any link. So over here, you see this is the PM Inspiration blog that I have on the Praizion channel. It's showing you what it is, but it's taken that and boom, it's giving you an AI-powered summary, just like that. And you already know what comes next, because from here, all you need to do is keep following. It's going to create a storyboard, and the process that we went through with this one, we're going to go through with that. And it's quite close to being It's almost done. Give it a little bit more time and it should be done, hopefully soon. But coming back to this new one, this is creating a video with a blog link, just a blog link, and boom, it's done. It's done. Isn't that just absolutely crazy? The other cool thing about Pictory is you can use two instances in one browser. So this is what we were working on before I went over to this blog link to video, and you can go back and forth, but you will always get the notifications, as you can see here. So it's saying the Nature as Therapy video is done. So we're going to click that, and we're going to hit download. And while that's downloading, I can also come over here. Oh, this is a nature one. So I can come over here to the new one we were working on. And I can finish it off. I just go over to audio. Again, select an audio you like. It's already selected one for me. And then the voiceover. I could choose any of the voiceovers. Let me see one that may not take too long. So I'll just go to one of the generic ones so it doesn't take too long. Hit on apply. The standard ones, they don't take that long, so that's that. All right, well, I think our video has downloaded, so now it's time for us to, again, sit back, and sometimes just fun to watch videos that you generated yourself using the power of AI. And I'm going to put the video on the screen, and you are going to see what we created together in a few moments. You saw it all. You saw me do it from beginning to end. There's no film trick. It's what you saw. What you see is what you get. All right, let's listen in. Video created with Pictory. Here we go.
Plants and flowers. On connection to nature, plants and flowers are not just beautiful, they are vital to our well-being. 1. Studies show that interacting with greenery can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. 2. Aesthetic and aromatic benefits. The sight of vibrant blooms and the fragrance of fresh foliage can elevate our spirits. 2. Nature's colors stimulate our senses, while scents from flowers like lavender and jasmine have calming effects. Animals. 1. Companionship and joy. Interactions with animals, whether pets or wildlife, can evoke feelings of happiness and comfort. 1. Research has shown that spending time with animals can lower blood pressure and reduce feelings of anxiety. 2. Lessons from nature. Observing animals can provide insights into resilience and adaptability. 2. For example, watching birds build nests or squirrels gather food can remind us of the importance of preparation and community. Insects. 1. Biodiversity and ecosystem health. Insects play a crucial role in our ecosystem, pollinating plants and aiding in decomposition. 1. Appreciating their intricate behaviors can deepen our understanding of nature's interconnectedness. 2. Mindfulness and observation. Observing insects like butterflies or bees encourages mindfulness. 2. Watching their delicate movements can ground us in the present moment, fostering a sense of peace and wonder. Water. 1. Soothing sounds. The sound of water, whether from a flowing stream, a waterfall, or ocean waves, is known to have a calming effect. 1. It can lower stress levels and promote relaxation. 2. Symbol of renewal. Water symbolizes cleansing and renewal. 2. Engaging with water, whether swimming, sitting by a lake, or simply listening to its flow, can evoke feelings of refreshment and clarity. Light. 1. Natural light and mood. Exposure to sunlight increases serotonin levels, enhancing mood and fostering a sense of happiness. 1. Natural light helps regulate our circadian rhythms, leading to better sleep and overall well-being. 2. The beauty of sunrises and sunsets. Watching the transition of light throughout the day can provide a moment of reflection and gratitude. 2. The colors of a sunset, for instance, can remind us of nature's artistry and the beauty in change. Mindfulness in nature. When practicing presence, spending time in nature encourages mindfulness, the practice of being present. 1. Engaging fully with our surroundings can reduce anxiety and increase emotional resilience. 2. Nature walks. Walking in nature, paying attention to sights, sounds, and smells, can enhance mental clarity and boost creativity. The story of Jack, finding solace in nature. In a bustling city, Jack, a mechanic at a local car shop, felt trapped in a cycle of monotony. Each day blurred into the next, filled with the clamor of tools and the frustration of demanding customers. The stress was palpable, leading him to seek an escape. One evening, after a particularly exhausting shift, Jack stumbled upon a nearby park. The lush greenery beckoned him, and he decided to venture in. As he walked along the winding paths, he was enveloped by the beauty of the world around him. A connection to plants, the vibrant flowers caught his eye, their colors bursting against the backdrop of green. Jack recalled how research had shown that simply being around plants could uplift one's mood. He paused to inhale the sweet scent of blooming lavender, feeling the tension in his shoulders ease. Inspiration from animals. As he wandered deeper into the park, he observed a family of squirrels playing in the trees. Their carefree antics reminded him of the joy in simple moments. Jack remembered that interactions with animals had therapeutic effects, providing comfort and companionship. The dance of insects. Suddenly a butterfly flitted past him, its delicate wings glimmering in the sunlight. He watched in awe as it danced from flower to flower, embodying resilience and beauty. Jack felt a spark of inspiration, realizing that he too could rise above his frustrations, just like the butterfly. The calm of water. He soon found himself by a small pond, the water shimmering under the golden light of the setting sun. The sound of gentle ripples calmed his racing mind, and Jack understood the soothing power of water. He closed his eyes, listening to the symphony of nature, the rustle of leaves, the call of birds, and the soft lapping of water against the shore. The embrace of light. As the sun began to set, Jack was mesmerized by the changing colors of the sky. The warmth of the light wrapped around him, igniting a sense of hope and renewal. He realized that embracing nature not only provided an escape, but also a pathway to personal growth and clarity. A new routine from that day forward, Jack made it a point to visit the park regularly. What began as a mere escape evolved into a ritual that enriched his life. He took up photography, capturing the beauty of flowers, animals, and the subtle changes in light. Each visit grounded him, allowing him to return to work with a renewed sense of purpose. Jack's transformation exemplified the profound impact of nature on mental health. He learned that by immersing himself in the natural world, he could harness its therapeutic powers to navigate life's challenges. In the words of John Muir, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks." For Jack, the journey through nature was not just an escape. It was a pathway to rediscovering himself, finding solace in the beauty and simplicity of the world around him. Another story about Jack's world. Jack, a mechanic at a bustling car shop, was a man trapped in a world of grease and gasoline. The constant hum of engines, the acrid smell of burnt rubber, and the relentless pressure to meet quotas had worn him down. His days were a monotonous cycle of tightening bolts, replacing filters, and dealing with irate customers. The once vibrant spark in his eyes had dimmed, replaced by a weary resignation. One day, as he was struggling to diagnose a particularly stubborn engine issue, a small, colorful butterfly fluttered past the garage window. For a moment, Jack's attention was diverted from the mechanical intricacies of the car to the delicate beauty of the insect. The butterfly danced in the sunlight, seemingly carefree, oblivious to the chaos of the world around it. Inspired by the butterfly's carefree spirit, Jack decided to take a break. He stepped outside and found himself in a small, neglected garden behind the shop. The garden was overgrown with weeds, but amidst the chaos, there were still signs of life. A few struggling rose bushes, a patch of wildflowers, and a small pond teeming with tadpoles. As Jack began to tend to the garden, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. The rhythmic sound of his shovel striking the earth, the earthy scent of the soil, and the gentle warmth of the sun on his skin were all soothing to his senses. He found himself lost in the task of weeding, pruning, and planting. As the garden began to flourish, so too did Jack's spirit. He started to notice the beauty in the everyday, the intricate patterns on the leaves, the vibrant colors of the flowers, and the graceful flight of the birds. He even began to appreciate the insects, once seen as mere pests, for their vital role in the ecosystem. Jack's newfound appreciation for nature had a profound impact on his work. He began to approach his tasks with a renewed sense of purpose and creativity. He saw the intricate workings of an engine as a marvel of engineering, much like the delicate balance of nature. He also found himself more patient and understanding with his colleagues and customers. As the seasons changed, so too did the garden. The vibrant colors of spring gave way to the lush greenery of summer, the golden hues of autumn, and the stark beauty of winter. With each passing season, Jack's connection to nature deepened. He realized that the garden was more than just a physical space. It was a metaphor for life itself, with its cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. One evening, as Jack was sitting by the pond watching the sunset, he felt a profound sense of gratitude. He had found solace and healing in the natural world, a simple yet powerful remedy for the stresses of modern life. He had learned that true happiness comes not from material possessions or professional success, but from a deep connection to the natural world and the simple pleasures it offers. As he gazed at the stars twinkling above, Jack thought of the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. He realized that the power of nature as therapy lies not only in its physical benefits, but also in its ability to inspire awe, wonder, and a sense of interconnectedness with all living things.
All right, my friends, remember over the past number of minutes, you've been watching a video that we created together. We created it right here. We had a friend of ours jump in a few seconds ago, Mana Mohammed. Thank you for coming through, my friend. And just remember that you also have the opportunity of rewatching this over and over again. Just bookmark it, come back to it. It is not going away. All right, my friends. Well, that is pretty much all I have time for today. But if you have any questions or concerns, I do want to answer them before I hop off the call to my next meeting. I want to say thank you to Peter for chatting in earlier. It is indeed awesome to behold the power of Pictory. I call it Pictory power. For those of you that want to take advantage of Pictory and you want to get on the bandwagon, the Pictory wagon, click on that link. I'm going to put the link in the chat. For those of you on Instagram, thank you for coming through. My Instagram friends, you can find the link. I have pinned it right there. And I implore you, don't just watch the video and do nothing. No, take action. Create a video. Stop being a storyteller. What story do you want to tell? I mean, we are so spoiled now by AI. AI can tell any story for you. All you need to do is ask it. I know some of you are wondering, how can I learn more? Well, let me introduce you to a very simple book on AI that I wrote. It's called AI Basics and the RGB Prompt Engineering Model. This is a good book to get started on so that you get fluid with your prompt engineering. You can find this everywhere books are sold, on Amazon and so on. You can also look for my other books. I've written a book called The Hollywood Model. It shows you how to create big, humongous, epic stories using the power of AI. I also have a course on Udemy about this, how you can write with AI. It's also called the Hollywood Model. You can find that on Udemy. All right. So if you want to take this up a notch, if you want to like scale this up, you can scale it all the way up, my friends. The choice is yours. I'm just a conduit. I've shown you that it can be done, right? I've shown you how to get started. It's using the power of Pictory. And there's so many other tips and tricks I would have loved to show you, but that will be for another time. Thank you for joining me. If you found value from this, smash the like button. For those of you who've given the hearts, thank you very much. Smash the like button and share it with someone, because you just never know. There might be a creative person, maybe a friend, maybe a family member in your life that needs to amp up AI in their creativity. My mom is a portrait artist and I come from an art background, and I can see the advantages of having an AI mind and having the art skills. You got to combine both. Storytelling skills, you got to combine both, right? Leadership skills, you got to use the power of AI. If you're a small organization and you're not using the power of AI to create content, to generate ideas, and also to create product, oh my goodness, you're in the dark ages. Get with the program. Let's move. If you're looking for an AI trainer and coach, someone who can hold your hand in this world of AI and give you pointers to how to think and what to do. If that is you, you need to be harnessing my abilities to point people in the right direction. I'm going to put my information on the screen. All right. This guy can help you because he's helped a number of people. I also have a course, a full-blown course on artificial intelligence for project managers on Udemy. So if you just search for my name, you'll find me. I'm all over the place. Mana Mohammed says, can I share the name? So your buddy Phil, me, that's me on the screen. And I'll also share the link, my affiliate link to Pictory. Very proud to be affiliated with them. So shout out to the team at Pictory. You folks are doing awesome, great job. Let's continue plowing down the road of success, and let's elevate the consciousness, the Pictory consciousness. Get more people to understand that AI is out there. You can create compelling, life-changing stories. This is what excites me about Pictory. You can create compelling, life-changing, radically life-changing stories. Because I know I've got friends on LinkedIn who are storytellers. They write books, but a picture is worth 1,000 words, and a Pictory is worth 1,000,000. All right, I'm done. I got to get on my meds. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining me today. You got any questions, put them in the chat, and I look forward to speaking to you again, hopefully very soon. Bye for now, my friends. All right, before I jump off the call, I just saw a chat or two come through. So thank you, Mana Mohammed, for asking about the book. I'm going to put a link to the book on Amazon. It's called AI Basics and the RGB Prompt Engineering Model. I'm going to find a link to the book real quick, and I'll put this in. And this is just one of the few books I've written about AI, but this book helps you to develop a very solid consciousness of a framework for artificial intelligence prompts, because it is important. Let me come back on for a few moments and speak about that. I should have given more clarity. I think we might have an entire lesson here. It is important to get good with your prompt engineering, because prompt engineering is what helps you develop stellar content. So I've put that link in there. Let me see if I can share the actual book on the screen here, just so you know when you've got the right book. Let's see over here. So here's a book. So AI Basics and the RGB Prompt Engineering Model, Empowering AI and ChatGPT. So in this book, I teach you my simple model. It's an RGB Prompt Engineering Model. And through the model, you will have a definite framework that you can use to create value each and every time, like compelling value each and every time. This is just one of the books, though, that I've written. There's another book. Let's see if I can find it. The Hollywood Model AI. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, there it is. So the Hollywood Model is another book that I wrote. This is actually a good book for screenplay writers, people who write epic books and maybe even movies. All right. If you're writing a movie, I show you how you can use the power of AI to create a script for each and every person in the movie. So imagine you had 20 actors. I show you how you can prompt the system. And, you might wonder, well, I thought this guy was into leadership and communications and project management. I'm into many things. I've also written a few screenplays, a few dramas, and I collaborate with people who direct and write movies. And one of the things that I love to do is write. I started writing at an early age, and in this book, I just show you how you can take the power of artificial intelligence and create a full-on epic. Right? You can run circles around other writers who are not harnessing the power of AI with their stories. For example, I went through a rather interesting lifetime in a different country, which will remain nameless. But I've taken stories that I experienced. This is my own life, stories I've experienced, and I have used the power of AI to put these stories in a compelling way that they could be acted on a big screen. So if you have content, I'm not even saying use AI to give you the content. No, maybe you've got content of your own, but you can use the power of prompts to create mind-blowing stuff. Seriously. Anyway, thank you very much for the question, Mana, for asking that question, because you made me come back on and talk about prompts. I'm actually inclined to show you a little bit more about prompts now. You got me going in that direction. I do have some I need to run to, but let's see if I can sacrifice a little bit more time to talk about the power of prompts. So let's do that. Let's talk a little bit about the power of prompt engineering. I'm going to go back to one of the screens that we were on earlier. And I'm going to give you a model for prompt engineering. Let's see. Let's go to GPT, and let's go to a new GPT instance. Okay, so let's bring up that previous screen, because I know some of you interact with AI, but there's something missing. There's something missing. Actually, let me bring up my paid version of GPT, because some of you have the free version, just like the one I was using. You may not have seen how the paid version works or looks, or some of the possibilities. One of the possibilities of using the paid version is you can make your prompts extremely robust. For example, let's take a look at this. So I'm going to show you real quick how to use more robust prompts. So when you want to make your prompt epic and robust, you should have a framework behind you. And my simple framework is called the RGB model. For those of you in the world of Agile, you know where RGB is from, but you got to define the role that you want this tool to play, the goal that you want this thing to achieve, and the benefit that you want the user, whoever is going to experience what the GPT, the AI has created, what you want them to get from it. It's just called role, goal, benefit. And I talk about this in my book. I blow it out into epic proportions in the book. But using this, I'm going to give it a role. I'm going to tell it its goal, and I'm going to tell it its benefit. So watch this. And I'm also going to use the power of vocal prompts as opposed to typing everything out. Role. Your role, R-O-L-E, is to be a screenplay writer for an epic production. Screenplay writer for an epic production. You are going to write a screenplay that is world class. The goal is to create a script that is compelling and moving. The script is about a man named Joe who was recently made redundant at work, and he is up to his eyeballs in debt of $70,000. His CEO told him, "This is your final day. Go to your office, pack up your box, and leave by 5 p.m. I'm sorry. Wouldn't it be great if everyone had advance notice of being fired?" The benefit that this will yield to my audience is to give them hope that despite the setbacks and the obstacles, they can bounce back from failure. Create an epic screenplay with 10 major actors and 5 additional actors playing minor roles. Start off by listing all the actors and the plot, and let's develop this. Boom. There you have it. Those are your characters. One prompt with focus, vision, direction, and intentionality is going to yield a ton of value. I mean, and it's still going. This is just the outline. We haven't even started writing yet. We haven't even started writing. Now, imagine what you could do if you had more time on your hands to create a very detailed narration and use, you know where I'm going with this,
Elements of nature.
the power of Pictory, just as I did before I started talking about prompts. So anyway, the sky's the limit. I hope this gave you some ideas and guidelines. But if you are looking for information, books, courses, again, go to Udemy, put my name in, go to Amazon, look for the books I've written on prompt engineering for screenplays and AI in general, and you'll get some ideas that you can put back into production and use to create valuable content. Okay? All right. Well, thank you, Mana Mohammed, for asking the question, because that's what brought me back to talk about this book, The Hollywood Model. I hope that helped someone. Thank you very much. All the very best, and bye for now. Hopefully, we'll talk again soon. Let's take it out listening to what we created prior.
Time in nature encourages mindfulness, the practice of being present. 1. Engaging fully with our surroundings can reduce anxiety and increase emotional resilience. 2. Nature walks. Walking in nature, paying attention to sights, sounds, and smells can enhance mental clarity and boost creativity. The story of Jack, finding solace in nature. In a bustling city, Jack, a mechanic at a local car shop, felt trapped in a cycle of monotony. Each day blurred into the next, filled with the clamor of tools and the frustration of demanding customers. The stress was palpable, leading him to seek an escape. One evening, after a particularly exhausting shift, Jack stumbled upon a nearby park. The lush greenery beckoned him, and he decided to venture in. As he walked along the winding paths, he was enveloped by the beauty of the world around him. A connection to plants, the vibrant flowers caught his eye, their colors bursting against the backdrop of green. Jack recalled how research had shown that simply being around plants could uplift one's mood. He paused to inhale the sweet scent of blooming lavender, feeling the tension in his shoulders ease. Inspiration from animals. As he wandered deeper into the park, he observed a family of squirrels playing in the trees. Their carefree antics reminded him of the joy in simple moments. Jack remembered that interactions with animals had therapeutic effects, providing comfort and companionship. The dance of insects. Suddenly a butterfly flitted past him, its delicate wings glimmering in the sunlight. He watched in awe as it danced from flower to flower, embodying resilience and beauty. Jack felt a spark of inspiration, realizing that he too could rise above his frustrations, just like the butterfly. The calm of water. He soon found himself by a small pond, the water shimmering under the golden light of the setting sun. The sound of gentle ripples calmed his racing mind, and Jack understood the soothing power of water. He closed his eyes, listening to the symphony of nature, the rustle of leaves, the call of birds, and the soft lapping of water against the shore. The embrace of light. As the sun began to set, Jack was mesmerized by the changing colors of the sky. The warmth of the light wrapped around him, igniting a sense of hope and renewal. He realized that embracing nature not only provided an escape, but also a pathway to personal growth and clarity. A new routine from that day forward, Jack made it a point to visit the park regularly. What began as a mere escape evolved into a ritual that enriched his life. He took up photography, capturing the beauty of flowers, animals, and the subtle changes in light. Each visit grounded him, allowing him to return to work with a renewed sense of purpose. Jack's transformation exemplified the profound impact of nature on mental health. He learned that by immersing himself in the natural world, he could harness its therapeutic powers to navigate life's challenges. In the words of John Muir, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks." For Jack, the journey through nature was not just an escape. It was a pathway to rediscovering himself, finding solace in the beauty and simplicity of the world around him. Another story about Jack's world. Jack, a mechanic at a bustling car shop, was a man trapped in a world of grease and gasoline. The constant hum of engines, the acrid smell of burnt rubber, and the relentless pressure to meet quotas had worn him down. His days were a monotonous cycle of tightening bolts, replacing filters, and dealing with irate customers. The once vibrant spark in his eyes had dimmed, replaced by a weary resignation. One day, as he was struggling to diagnose a particularly stubborn engine issue, a small, colorful butterfly fluttered past the garage window. For a moment, Jack's attention was diverted from the mechanical intricacies of the car to the delicate beauty of the insect. The butterfly danced in the sunlight, seemingly carefree, oblivious to the chaos of the world around it. Inspired by the butterfly's carefree spirit, Jack decided to take a break. He stepped outside and found himself in a small, neglected garden behind the shop. The garden was overgrown with weeds, but amidst the chaos, there were still signs of life. A few struggling rose bushes, a patch of wildflowers, and a small pond teeming with tadpoles. As Jack began to tend to the garden, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. The rhythmic sound of his shovel striking the earthy scent of the soil, and the gentle warmth of the sun on his skin were all soothing to his senses. He found himself lost in the task of weeding, pruning, and planting. As the garden began to flourish, so too did Jack's spirit. He started to notice the beauty in the everyday, the intricate patterns on the leaves, the vibrant colors of the flowers, and the graceful flight of the birds. He even began to appreciate the insects, once seen as mere pests, for their vital role in the ecosystem. Jack's newfound appreciation for nature had a profound impact on his work. He began to approach his tasks with a renewed sense of purpose and creativity. He saw the intricate workings of an engine as a marvel of engineering, much like the delicate balance of nature. He also found himself more patient and understanding with his colleagues and customers. As the seasons changed, so too did the garden. The vibrant colors of spring gave way to the lush greenery of summer, the golden hues of autumn, and the stark beauty of winter. With each passing season, Jack's connection to nature deepened. He realized that the garden was more than just a physical space. It was a metaphor for life itself, with its cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. One evening, as Jack was sitting by the pond watching the sunset, he felt a profound sense of gratitude. He had found solace and healing in the natural world, a simple yet powerful remedy for the stresses of modern life. He had learned that true happiness comes not from material possessions or professional success, but from a deep connection to the natural world and the simple pleasures it offers. As he gazed at the stars twinkling above, Jack thought of the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. He realized that the power of nature as therapy lies not only in its physical benefits, but also in its ability to inspire awe, wonder, and a sense of interconnectedness with all living things.
All right, my friends. Well, there you have it. The power of Pictory. Again, if you are looking to amp things up and go to the next level, I'm challenging you to start a channel today. I'm challenging you to put a video out today. I mean, I've shown you how to do it. How many videos have I done today? 2, and one being rather epic. That final one was about 12 minutes long, all generated using the power of Pictory. Okay. Again, you can see the ticker tape below encouraging you to go to the link. Go to that link that I've shared in the chat so many times today. For the umpteenth time, go to the link. Start your channel. Kill fear. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. Those of you who are like, oh, I don't know whether I'm going to start a channel or not. What are you waiting for? Come on now. You don't even need to show your face. And if you're looking for guidance, as I've told you earlier, you can get guidance. I'll help coach and mentor you. If you're really keen on doing this and you need assistance, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll just give you direction, and I'll show you to other tools. I'll show you where the other tools that Pictory has available. I'll show you where those are. If you go to pictory.ai, it's got tools available that can help you. But I would really appreciate you clicking on the affiliate link that I've shared. The affiliate link, it helps me and it helps Pictory as well. Okay. And it's going to help you because you're going to end up creating world-class video. Like I said, I have over 4 channels on YouTube and I use these tools myself to create content and to create benefits and value. Okay. If there are any questions, feel free to drop them below in the chat. If you're on Instagram, feel free to put in any of the videos that you see on the channel. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.